What is up, my peeps out there on YouTube Fragrance Land? Thanks for joining me here on my channel, Steve Sturgill. Not looking at tobacco scent again today, guys, but probably down the road for sure. We are looking at another very interesting fragrance from the house of Solstice Scents, which I featured on my channel, I think at least twice, if I'm not mistaken. No, at least 3 to 4 times. But here's the other only second full bottle review that I'm doing, and this is on Desert Thunderstorm. I'm telling you guys, this is so flippin' unique. I think probably on a creativity level, I give this a 10 out of 10 for creativity. Now, I probably won't quite give it a perfect score overall, just because I think there's a couple areas where maybe it could have been improved just a little bit, but I would say I would probably give it close to a 9 just in general. So somewhere between 8.5 and a 9, I think is a fair statement. And it's really fairly spectacular. It's incredibly unique. So let's get into the notes. Obviously, with a name like Desert Thunderstorm, I think you're going to of course, you can see this is representing the greater southwest of the United States. So for those of you that have not been to the deserts of Arizona in particular, Utah, southern New Mexico, and a large area of California as well, you got your tribal sort of Native American or Indian symbology there with the eagle, the feathers. It's funny, if you look at these steps, it's kind of forming a pyramid, really, in the center. That would be an actual stepped pyramid. But what are you going to get when you get the desert? You're going to get elements like sage. You're going to get elements like pine and pinon, the pine nuts. You may get some strange desert flower or fruit or cactus. You may get the occasional odd ozonic charge in there when there's a thunderstorm, and obviously thunderstorms, so you're going to get an aquatic ambiance or ambient feel. You may get some kind of dried woods accord. So let's get into the actual official notes. This is my scent of the day. Wow, what a smell. Oh my god. For those of you out there who like really pine needle or green, very accurate to real life, very true, you're gonna flip out for this fragrance, I guarantee it. Oops, wrong window. Oop, get in there. Okay. Here is her official note breakdown. Desert sage, pinon pine and resin, petrichor, I hope I'm saying that right, sweetgrass, creosote bush, which is that little gray-green ferny bush-looking thing that grows in the desert, right down on the ground. Sand, I don't know that sand really has much of a smell, but there's something in here that's going to give you the idea of sand or a sandy accord. Ponderosa pine, get that in huge amounts. And there is a little bit of smoke in here, just to, yeah. It has just kind of a nice light. It's not so much real smoke as sort of the idea of the abstract idea of something smoking in the desert. You know what I mean? It has that smoky feel, a little bit of the smell, a little bit of the texture, but you're not actually smelling like real smoke, if that makes sense. And yeah, she mentions here that the smoke fire accord is very resinous. I totally agree with that. Kind of like burning pitch. It's not acrid or anything. It's not barbecue. It's more like a naturally occurring, thick, sappy, resinous something, like something green that has been smoking, but it's not necessarily smoking right now. So you get that after effect. Okay, so she says that the rain creosote bush scent does not last for hours into the dry down, aside from a trace, but is present for some time. The blend does eventually head more herbal and woody, but there's no mistaking that through the whole wear of this perfume, you'll pick up different desert elements. High desert is more sage dominant, but you can pick out the sage in Desert Thunderstorm as well. I totally agree with all that. Yeah, she mentions Utah and New Mexico. This also has rabbit brush in it. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's some kind of uh, desert plant, obviously, that grows in the desert. And I think creosote's been used for many, many years for different things by Native Americans and other civilizations as well. It's primarily composed of essential oils, but it does contain a few synthetics. Uh, guys, I wore this about a month ago, and as it transitions, it's almost like you're picking out different aspects, like she said, of that desert terrain. You know, you're getting a little bit of some kind of desert fruit or berry. You're getting like an aquatic with some woods. You're getting the pine. You're getting a little bit of that resinous smoke. Uh, you're getting that fir and creosote bush almost constantly throughout. And it's such an interesting olfactory experience. It's such an interesting way that this develops on skin. Lasts a long time. I got an easy 8 to 10 hours out of this. More on clothing and probably more on skin if you get right up to it. If you go heavy. Beautiful ride. Beautiful transitions. Awesome elements. If you've ever wanted to smell what does the desert smell like, it smells like this. At least in the US of A. In the greater Southwest, this is pretty much almost exactly what our deserts smell like. This is it in a bottle. So creativity, 10 out of 10. Actual overall rating, probably somewhere between an 8.5 and a 9. Fairly stupendous juice, guys. Get your nose on this. Get a sample. Get a decant. Just buy the whole freaking bottle and thank me later. If you like fir, if you like pine, pinon, if you like a little bit of ozonic aquatic, if you like a little bit of smoky resinous, and these other woodsy or herbaceous or herbal accords in here, get your nose on this. You'll thank me later. Desert Thunderstorm, baby. House of Solstice Scents is bringing it. That's going to do it. Short and sweet today. Catch me next time on the next episode. If you like, please subscribe and click the bell for future updates. Spray often. Spray well. Live life on your terms, baby. Peace out. Love you guys.